And welcome back, everyone. Welcome back to the final qualifying match of the EPT Spring ESL Masters 2024 Asia Closed Qualifier. It all ends here. One more player left to make it through into the main Asia Regionals. Who is it going to be? We're jumping in mid-series as we're getting to game number 4. And spawning in the top left-hand corner of Side Delta, we have the South Korean Terran player living in the land of Japan, representing Team Hyper 1 down in this series. Can he bounce back? It is HonMonO. And spawning in the in the bottom right-hand corner, we have his opponent. We have the Chinese Zerg player, the blue Zerg representing Team Starving Camels, the Starving Camels SSLT. It is Silky. Bam. There we go. Silky, he is leading the series 2-1, going for a 15 hatchery. Interesting. Very safe way to open up. 15 hatchery into a 15 spawning pool. Very safe build here from our blue Zerg player. And to apologize. But as we're settling into this, we did miss out on the previous games, but I was actually watching the previous game, game 3 between these two players on my second monitor, and they were on Golden Aura, and it was like a very long game where Silky had engulfed the entire map, had taken every single base on the map, and HonMonO was stuck on 4 bases, and he was just being contained and was just being starved out. And that sounds like a HonMonO series. It was a lot of fun seeing the chat react to it, and they were like, what's happening right now? Why isn't he leaving? What's going on? We even saw it against Rex, where HonMonO, he refuses to leave games. He does refuse to leave games. He will stay in there until he's down to like a handful of units and he lifts his buildings. Like, it's just it's just what he does. It's just how he does play this out, regardless of who he's up against. He will stay in for as long as he can, and yeah, we'll see if he's able to whittle away at Silky and bounce back in this series. For now, we do see some Lings moving out. Remember, it was a faster spawning pool opener, 15 hatchery into a 15 spawning pool. Lings are moving out. The goal here is to try and disrupt the opener, but we have a full wall off here at the natural. Lings should not get much damage done. As long as we're able to get into the other side of the wall. Ooh, HonMonO moving out with his Marines, looking for the Overlord, and he gets caught out by Lings instead. But we do have 4 Marines, and we should be okay. We're kiting back here, back to the other side of the wall. We do manage to break in, though. We take down 1 Marine. We're down to 3. Down to 3 Marines. A couple of boys are being pulled here. 2 SCVs go down, and a second Marine as well. HonMonO, he will hold. Not a bad trade here for Silky, trading, that was 8 Lings for 2 SCVs and 2 Marines. But at least he gets a full scout off as well. Oh, and we are going for a Hellbat push. Okay. Now, in a way, Hellbat pushes, they have been buffed a little bit in the new patch. For those that are maybe unaware, the armory is now cheaper to build. So it is a cheaper armory here, so it does allow us to get into this overall Hellbat push a little bit easier, a little bit less committed. As we have a 1-1-1 follow-up, I imagine we're going to be incorporating medevacs with this. We could even go into libs, but I imagine medevacs are going to be on the horizon here for HonMonO, as they can support these Hellbats. For now, we're moving out with a handful of units. Silky trying to get his 3rd base up and running, but we do have some Marines and Hellions to apply some pressure. More Hellions on the way. Did invest into a Reaper just so we have a little bit of extra DPS. The Hellbats, they do morph in. How many Lings? 3 Lings to defend. How many Queens as well? Only 3 Queens. Silky, he is vulnerable. Spine Crawlers are on the way. Big reaction here out of Silky. We dive on the Queens. Do we have a transfuse? We do not. Lings, they come in first round. The Lings are getting roasted, and it looks like we will be able to catch another Queen. Oh, boys are being pulled. Drones are going down. Can we chase the Queen down? Looks like we can. Second Queen falls. It's going to be 5 dead workers. Spine Crawlers, they will finish up. It looks like we will defend the natural. Yeah, we try to catch another Queen. We won't be able to. And HonMonO is going to be cleaned up, but not without killing a lot of Lings. Transforms, and he tries to get the hell out of there. Escapes with 1 of those Hellions. Does escape with one Hellion, gets the hell out of there. Behind this double eBay, it's going to be a bio transition. Third CC is on the way. Third CC is on the way here. So we're working towards a longer game, but not a bad start out of HonMonO. Does take a worker lead. Does dive in. Where's the spines? Spines have been repositioned. When the drones are lining up, they're getting roasted. We managed to get 3 worker kills. Ooh, not quite a 4th. We're going for it though. Ooh, 1 Hellion left. We get a 4th drone. Can we get a 5th? Oh, we can. Can we get a 6th? We can get a 6th as well. Jesus. 6 worker kills for a handful of Hellions. Very nice trade. And with that, HonMonO maintains his economic lead. Does maintain that economic lead. And again, very fast upgrades. 1-1 already on the way. We can see that Silky has delayed his upgrades in favor of Lair. Lair is finishing up. No Balian S yet either. So in general, Silky, he's trying to play catch up. He's droning up as hard as he can, taking up as best he can as well. I was curious. I was waiting for the Balian Nest. And alas, it is not going to be a Balian Nest. Instead, we have the Spire on the way for Silky. Okay. Yeah, all the gases are being taken. Very risky maneuver here out of Silky. Banshees are coming in. And it looks like we will get eyes. Oh, no, never mind. We don't get eyes on the Spire. Banshees are forced back. As the Banshees are forced back, a big shout out to Dave Testa. Vapi, oh my god. The Dave himself, thank you so much for resubscribing for 14 months, over a year of support. Thank you so much, Papi. Thank you so much. A big shout out to Dave again. Dave, he's one of the big names behind the KSL, behind the Korean StarCraft League. I do apologize, Dave, that we haven't been able to cast it recently, live at least. We've been casting via replays, but very few live casts just because I've been in Poland. But I'm back. I'm back in the land of Australia. I've just been unwell, unfortunately. I have been sick. So still recovering. Once I do, we'll be back to live casting the KSL. I promise. I promise you. We'll be back. But thank you. Thank you so much for everything that you do for the scene and for the Ducklings. Gracias, papi. Gracias. As HonMonO, he's settling into his 3-base setup. Behind this, mutas are on the way. Quickly double checking. HonMonO, he missed the Spire. Has no idea what's coming out. He's not ready for it. I say that we do have some turret. Never mind. We have turrets set up here. So HonMonO, for the most part, he is prepared back at home. Turrets in the natural, turrets in the main. No turret at the 3rd. But he is covering his bases. Here we go, as HonMonO going to be able to chase down some of those changelings. Mutas are amassing. How many mutas do we have? 7 mutas so far. Not too many. 7 mutas is enough to one-shot SCVs. Is enough to harass. As mutas are moving out. Behind this, we're settling into Lingbane. As 1-1 starts, 2-2 is already on the way for HonMonO, so a big upgrade advantage. Ooh, Mind Shot goes off. Big connection on the muta. 1 muta goes down. Turrets are in position as well. The tank does survive, and HonMonO, he swats the mutas away. They get nothing done. Banshees are still being active. As the mutas are moving out, Banshees are moving in. They can find a couple of drone kills. And they are going ham here in the main base. 6 drones go down. 7 drones even. Oh my god. We get 8. We get 9 worker kills. 21 in total. Again, the Hellions, the Hellbats in conjunction with the Banshee harass has just been far too much. We deny the 5th base. And HonMonO, he's been in the driver's seat this entire game. Silky trying to play catch up, trying to keep up with HonMonO, but he just can't. HonMonO, he is just overwhelming. Oh, the Mind Shot. Oh, doesn't go off. Doesn't connect. You see Silky trying to split up his army, preparing here for the multi-pronged aggression. HonMonO going for a split push. And can Silky keep up? Helling Bane is going to threaten, is going to try to roll in. 1-1 is about to finish up here for Silky. Mutas, they do come in. We're collapsing on this position. Widowmine is shut down, and it looks like we will clean this up. Drops into the main base at the same time. HonMonO pushing in towards the north. The army is out of position. There are spine crawlers. Gonna be able to buy some time. Allowing Silky to rotate. Drop into the main, gets cleaned up. 2-2 is done here for HonMonO. Still has that upgrade lead. He's up in upgrades, he's up in supply. Up in that army. Nice bait here with the mine shots. And we get a full surround here on the Marauders. Marauders are going down. A good engage here by Silky. And looks like Silky, he will collapse on these Marines. A good fight from the Zerg. Evening up the supplies. Oh, and HonMonO, he's rallying a little bit too far here. Is overextending. Does have to pull back. The mines. Ooh, mine shots going off on the Lings. Good connections. And you can see HonMonO, he's just continuing his rally. He smells blood. He knows he is so close to breaking Silky. Is so close. Very little creep here out on the map. Better creeps right here towards the south, but barely any here towards the north. Ling Rumbai is moving out, potentially trying to catch some reinforcements. At the same time, Muta's doing what they can to hold the line. Yeah, as we have cut Silky off from his fifth. Ling Bane is rolling in. Yeah, mine shots are getting baited out. So I say baited out. A decent connection towards the end. And more mine connections. Oh, big connections here on the Lings. Mutas are coming in though. Again, HonMonO, he may be trading out some of his army. He may be losing all these Widow Mines, but still has more behind this. Still refuses to back off. There is no 4th CC. Are we A-Rexing? We are. We are A-Rexing. Essentially a 3-base all-in out of HonMonO. Now we get the 4th CC, but it's a late 4th. HonMonO, his goal here is to end the game. And he will kill this hatchery. 5th base goes down. Again, Silky in a lot of trouble. Even supply block, now is not the time. Massive supply block there for Silky. Can't make anything. Mine's just going to be going up. Ooh. We can see Silky trying to set up a surround. And we do connect here with the Ling Bane. Lings, they come in from behind. They try to, but oh, big connection on the Banelings. And at least now Silky can spend his money as he's no longer supply blocked, bleeding out far too much. And HonMonO, he has done it. He's broken the base, broken the 3rd. And there's not much that can stop him. Sending out reinforcements towards the 4th. And Banelings are going down, and Silky's just being pulled apart. It's just becoming too much. Again, Silky's barely going to clean up this army towards the south, but the 3rd base has been completely cleaned up. Baneling Nest goes down. And a lot of this just came down to the early game harassment. Silky lost too many drones early on. It was too much of a deficit, too much of a lead for HonMonO. On top of that, it wasn't just the fact that Silky lost so many drones, it was also the fact that he doubled down on mutas. And these mutas, they didn't pay for themselves. They didn't harass across the map at all. HonMonO, he was so well set up, he was so secure here with his turrets, with his Widow Mines, with his bio. So it wasn't just that Silky had a crippled economy, but he had invested into a fragile army that just wasn't able to pay for itself, wasn't able to harass, wasn't able to get damage done. And with that, HonMonO, he's looking to tie this up. He's looking to force the ace match. Mutas, they get in. They threaten the turret, but they only threaten it. They cannot bring it down. That is a lot of SCVs here in the main. Bearing in mind that HonMonO is all in. Running out of mineral patches. But he's got a 4 CC ready to be taken. Mine shot's going to be going up. We do have some Ling Bane here at home to defend. There's a world where maybe if HonMonO isn't paying attention to his army, then maybe we can take a fight. but it's unlikely to happen here. Good reaction here, good spread out of HonMonO. Cleans up all the Banelings, they only connect with Marauders. And we're breaking the third. Yeah, this hatchery is going down. Ultras, they're too little too late. Drones are falling as well. Mutas are across the map killing SCVs. But the reality is that HonMonO will not be stopped. He won't be stopped. Killing the natural as well. Back at home, he did lose 16 workers, and he's having a hard time against these mutas. Ultras are popping out. Lingbane coming in. Good kiting here from HonMonO. Takes down the Ultra, and yeah, again, there's just no dealing with this army. We have 2 more Ultras on the way. The army is overstimmed. One big swipe goes off, but only one swipe. Yeah, as we go for the Ultra Cavern, we deny Kindness Blading. Baneless is going to be targeted. Big stim on the Marines. Again, good kiting here. We take down the final Ultra. Mutas are coming in. We have plenty of Marines. I mean, they're quite low, though. Marines are going to be going down, but GG gets called. HonMonO, he has too much. Silky fighting to his last, but HonMonO ties up the series 2-2. We are going to the ace match. GG. Ahí están. Ay. I see you in the chats. Elias has been under the weather since he returned to Australia, but if he stayed in Poland, would he have been above the weather? I'm shaking my head. GG, well played. We're going all the way to game number 5, and again, a lot of this game did come down to the opener, did come down to the initial build of choice. Remember, HonMonO, he popped off with his Hellbats, he snowballed out of control early on. We spoke about it. The mutas as well just weren't able to do enough damage, weren't able to really get much done, and yeah, HonMonO able to close things out here, able to tie things up. Now we have a game 5. We have a game number 5. It's gonna be on oh my god, it's gonna be on Post Youth. I'm ready. Beautifully sunny weather in Poland, 26 degrees. Oh, let's go. Sunny, Poppy, sunny. I mean, the weather's fine here. It's nice, but still trying to recover. All good, Dave. All good. Slash shout out at Dave. There we go. Shout out to Dave Testa. Shout out. But we are getting ready here for the final game. For the final game of the final series of this region's qualifier. As a reminder, the European region is in an hour, I believe. So I don't have much time to prepare, actually. Oh boy. It's going to be a long night. Yep. European region is in 1 hour and 5 minutes, so I'll do my best to be a part of that qualifier as well. Oh boy. I'll be okay. I just need some tea. After this, I'm going to be making some tea. I need a hot beverage to clear out my throat. But here we go. We're getting into the final game of this series. It all ends here. It all ends on Post Youth, and spawning in the bottom left-hand corner, we have our South Korean Terran player living in the land of Japan, representing Team Hyper 1, the Red Terran. It is HonMonO. And spawning in the top right-hand corner, we have his opponent. We have the Chinese Zerg player, the Blue Zerg, representing Team SSLT, the Starving Camels, being forced into game number 5. It is Silky. Silky going for a 15 hatchery into a 15 spawning pool. 15-15 here out of Silky. Likewise, should be seeing that attractor trick. HonMonO going for a Rax expand back at home. Now, the reason why I was a little bit shocked to see Post Youth is because you should recognize this map here by now. Not the first time we've seen it tonight. We have an in-base hybrid base. We have an in-base second base here, so a free natural for both players with some gold minerals. Likewise, we do also have a gold base in the center of the map. We saw Gogo Joey attempt and successfully make use of this gold, but it still was not enough, and Maxed was able to bring Gogo Joey down on this map. I'm curious if either HonMonO or Silky are bold enough to try to take this gold early on as a third or even as a fourth. We shall see. Now command centers are going to be on the way. We are just going to be expanding here in our respective main bases and getting ready for the series for the final game. Catching up in the chat. Yeah, exactly, Bobby, exactly. Oh my god, what is that emote? Oh, tea time. Oh my, let's go. True. Tea time. Tea time. Tea with honey. Tea with honey and lemon. Oh. Clear up the throat. Set you right. Gibbs. Gibbs. As Reaper does get across the map, he's going to be disrupting some of the mining here. Forces out a Spore, forces out a second Spore and a Gas Geyser as well. Oh my god. As we're rushing into a fast lair? A 2-minute 40 lair timing. Oh my god, Silky, this feels like a Ling Queen Nidus all in. Very fast lair here. This could be a couple things. Okay. Could be Ling Queen Nidus. It could be 2-base Spire, 2-base Muta. We could be seeing some Ling Dropalord based all in instead. But regardless, aggression is going to be upon us here. A second Gas Geyser has been taken. Off of 2 gases, this feels like not enough for a third gas is being taken. This feels like 2-base Muta. If it was Nidus, we don't need this much gas. I feel like we don't need a third Gas Geyser if it is going to be a Nidus Worm. Meanwhile, have we scouted? HonMonO checking the vision. No! He missed! Somehow, someway, HonMonO, he did not see the lair. That would have been a massive tell, and he's in the dark. 4th gas has been taken. This screams 2-base Muta. If we were casting Miyamika, I would be saying 2-base Hydras instead, but show us the Spire. There it is. Mutas are on the horizon. Mutas are on the way. 3rd base is being taken. This is a build you don't see too often in this matchup, but I feel like on Post Youth, where you get a free natural base, may as well just throw caution to the wind. At the same time, Blue Flame, 2nd factory. Blue Flame is on the way. Okay, now the way this dynamic works, I believe HonMonO is going to be hitting first. I believe he's going to be moving out with like 10 Hellions. Already a couple of Hellions. They slip into the main base. They slip in the main. They get a couple of drone kills and they get a full scout. They do get eyes on the lair and on the Spire as well. Big scout here by HonMonO. And how does he react? How does he respond? Again, with the massive amount of Hellions here that we're building up, I do believe that we're going to be hitting first, and I believe the Mutas will not be able to help. They will not be able to help here in the defense. Already you can see that Silky's having such a hard time keeping up with these Hellions. Link speed was delayed. Remember, Link speed was delayed because of the lair. Without Link speed, how do we keep up with the Hellions? How do we keep up? We're roasting up the drones. Drones are going down left and right here. Lings are barely coming out, but it's not going to be enough, and we are just getting so much damage done. As we barbecue the mineral line, 12 workers go down. And this is only the beginning. This is merely the beginning here as we deny more mining time here at the natural in the hybrid base. More Hellions rock up. 16 workers go down. And is this how the series ends? Is this how HonMonO qualifies? As Blue Flame kicks in and more drones are falling, we get 20 worker kills. And we might get a couple more. Ooh, 21 drones go down. Mutas come out, but the economy is non-existent. The economy is in shambles. How many mutas do we have? 6. 6 mutas, that is it. That is all we have. And HonMonO, he's got Widow Mines, he's got turrets, he's got Marines. Remember, he scouted everything. He knows what's coming. And we have a trap. We have a trap laid up here towards the left-hand side. The mutas, no! Big mine shot goes off. 2 meters go down. Big connections already. Not a good start for Silky, as he gets knocked down to 4 meters. Ooh, almost loses another. Again, a rough start here for Silky. The economy has been crippled. The mutas as well, not able to pay for themselves. And HonMonO is taking his third. HonMonO, he has a worker lead. You can see here in the economy deep in favor of the red of the Terran. And once we take that third, we can mule our hearts out. We can just go to town here. Behind this, now we have the Baneliness on the way, and it isn't just the fact that the mutas didn't get anything done, but we risk so much for these mutas. Remember, link speed was delayed, banelings are delayed, upgrades are delayed, evo chambers, like so much has been delayed in favor of mutas, and it just hasn't been worth it. It has not been worth it here for Silky. It has hurt him more than anything. It is killing him. Just an unfortunate matchup of builds. Unfortunate that HonMonO had happened to be going for Blue Flame Hellions. Fun fact, this is a build that HonMonO whipped out against Rex earlier today. Didn't work. But did work here. Or is working here against Silky, is working wonders. We do see HonMonO just being a little bit active with what little Hellions he has left. Working towards that bio transition. Starport's on the way. And the game is going to be settling. The game is going to be settling down, but don't let that deceive you. As the supplies are evening up, you may be thinking, yo, is Silky recovering? The answer is no, not yet. Silky is trying to recover. He's trying to build up here. He's going for the gold. The gold is a good way to bounce back. The gold is a good way to bounce back. But he needs to get this gold base up and running. He needs to get it saturated. And he needs to drone up from there. Silky, he needs time. Silky does need time. Meanwhile, he's just starting up 1-1 as we speak. We catch out some of the Hellions. 1-1 finishing up here for HonMonO, getting into 2-2. So he has an upgrade lead. And here comes the bio. How many banelings do we have? 2. We have 2 banelings ready. We have 10 banelings on the way. There's no saving the space. There's no saving the 5th. Hatchery is going to be denied. Mine shot's going to get baited out. Oh, that's a kill, not a cancel. A kill on the hatchery. We're pushing on forward. We still have a couple of mine shots ready to pop off. And HonMonO, he checks. He does get eyes on the gold. And things are rolling in. The good splits here from HonMonO. The Marines, they avoid the Baileys. We get into the middle line. Drones are going down. We spoke about it. This gold base was the way back into this game for Silky, but alas, he's still unable to mine freely from it. He's trying. Show some mine shot. Connection on the Lings. Bailings are rolling in as well. It looks like Silky is going to be able to clean this up. He barely does clean up. He barely does survive. And hey, he holds on to the gold. Does hold on. A little bit fortunate. If HonMonO was pushing on the right-hand side, he would have killed the gold instead of denying the left. So very fortunate there for Silky. Unfortunate for HonMonO, but now he knows where to push. He sees the base. He knows how he wants to approach this. The mines are being set up. The Queen coming in to soak one of those hits. Does tank a shot. Silky getting ready for his own run by here at the planetary. Very nicely done. Takes down one of those widow mines. Yeah, Lings are rolling on in. They collapse here on the planetary, but the repair is too good. The planetary does hold. Show some mine shots. Ooh. Good connection on those Lings. Widowmine survives. And the problem here is that Silky has to fight. He has to engage. If he doesn't, I mean, the gold is under threat. It is under fire. As you see HonMonO pushing on forward. And mine shots here on the Ling Bane. Silky going for a run by instead, trying to go for a counterattack. Oh, these mine shots though, they're pretty intense here. Mutas, they do slip into the main base. At the same time, Lings, they hit the natural. We have a bunker there. We have a bunker. Banelings are rolling in. And we're forcing HonMonO's hand. He's pushing on forward here. There is Ling Bane waiting for him. SCVs are falling. No reaction. Delayed reaction there out of HonMonO. His attention's being spread thin. And Silky, amidst all this chaos, he's getting damage done. 15 workers go down. Silky is still in this. Main army gets cleaned up. 20 workers fall. And just like that, Silky has a comparable economy to HonMonO. That one link here at the natural still getting damage done. We're knocking HonMonO down to 42 SCVs. And Silky, has he done it? This chaotic moment when he was able to bust into the natural, into the third. Collapse on the main army, he's just pulled HonMonO apart, and just like that, Silky, he may be able to take this. HonMonO though, not going to take this lying down, but alas, he's run out of steam, he's running out of Marines. Silky, have we finally done it? We're collapsing on the Marines. The planetary is up, we have so much Ling Bane on the ground, we're getting into the mineral line, we're getting on top of the army. And Silky is overwhelming. Yeah, he breaks the main army. He can keep on pushing. He's keeping the production, busts into the main base. HonMonO, he was so close. He was doing so well. But one bad moment. Couple of bad turn of events there. And Silky, he is keeping the production. It looks like he has broken HonMonO. It's a very close game. Very back and forth. Again, initially HonMonO had such a nice lead for himself, but Silky found a way. I spoke about it. That first push, if HonMonO, instead of going for the fifth, if he was aware of the gold, if he had gone there first, different game entirely. The fact this gold base was able to get up and running, the fact that we were able to make use of it, this was a ticket back into this for Silky. And now Silky's in the driver's seat. HonMonO down to 49 SCVs. Down to 49 workers. Trying to build himself up once again. But he's barely got an army. He does have 3-3, or at least +3 attack. 20 Marines. He doesn't have +3 armor. Yeah, Mutas on the right. Once again, Lings on the left. Outside of some miracle mine shots, I'm not sure how HonMonO can get back into this. As Silky has been droning up, getting up to 60, almost 70 workers. And we're going to be collapsing this from multiple angles here. Mine shot's going to be going off. We do eat a mine shot to the Mutas. But despite that, it looks like there's just too much Zerg here for Silky. Cleans up a good portion of the army. Lings, they do flood in towards the main, getting more SCVs. As I say that, HonMonO is going to be able to clean some of this up. Big mine shot here on the Mutas. Uh-oh. HonMonO, he's holding. He's holding on, fat. Goes for the scan. He sees a fresh base mining. Again, Silky double expanded. 2 fresh bases here for the Zerg player. The longer this goes on, the better it's going to be for Silky. HonMonO, he has to do something about these bases. He cannot only defend. He has to try to slow Silky down, but alas, he cannot. He's stuck at home. Thors are on the way. More Widowmines in production. Bailey's rolling in. Going for the bunker. 7 SCVs. Good amount of damage. Mutas into the main. Not easy to break through these turrets. We get 1. The cleanest of trades here, but we will get the second turret as well. Yeah, breaking through the defensive line. We get 13 SCVs in total. The Thor is here. And it does force those mutas back. Silky not quite getting into the mineral line this time, but he does catch some of these Marauders. Marauder's going to be going down. HonMonO, he does have a comparable army size. Honestly, +3 is putting in a lot of work. Like, the fact that we have a +3 attack is huge. If only we had +3 armor as well. So HonMonO, he has the more efficient army. Is pushing. And this is really all he's working with. Show us the mine shot. An okay connection. But HonMonO, he's gaining ground at the same time. A big Lin Bang counter attack. His natural base is forfeit. He's all in. At this point, HonMonO, he's completely all in. It's all or nothing. He has to end the game with this army. But 32 more Lings are in production. And HonMonO, he's running out of steam. Running out of steam at this point. Ooh, mine shot's going to be going up. Good connections. Good connections on the Banelings. So we're down to purely Marines. Ooh. And it looks like, yeah, Silky cleans up the army. Remember, HonMonO was all in. And no mining at his at his third base. A couple of patches left at his fourth. The mutas, they run into the Marines. Uh-oh. That was almost every single muta. We're down to 4 mutas. But Ultras are on the way, and it's almost purely Marine. Silky should still have this. Silky should still survive. HonMonO is going to be pulling back. He's lifting up his main base, taking the gold. Is attempting to take the gold. He's going to be threatening him. At the same time, the Ultras have arrived. They're on the right-hand side. This planetary is looking a bit exposed, and we may collapse on it. No, instead, Silky's going for the army. Going for the army instead. Not too many Banelings. So far, good trade here from HonMonO, shaving off some Lings. Doesn't lose too much. Going for a Doom Drop. Let's go. I mean, Silky has a lot of bases, but he doesn't have much to defend them. I'm loving finally a Doom Drop is coming in. At the same time, the planetary goes down. Does get shut down. Doesn't really impact this too much just because there's not much mining going on. At the same time, HonMonO, he takes down the mineral line. Gets the base. He even gets an Ultra. Yeah, big reaction out of Silky, racing back home. And remember, Silky doesn't have too many mutas. He has 4 mutas. He doesn't have a lot of anti-air. The drop can get away. HonMonO finally being active. +3 armor on the way for HonMonO as well. Silky stuck on 2-2. On the mine shot. Shot going off. Gets a couple of Lings. HonMonO, he gets back home with that drop. Takes down the Overseers. Very nicely done. Bit of miscontrol there out of our Zerg player. Ooh, that actually supply blocks Silky. Uh-oh. Does get supply blocked. 4 more Overlords on the way. HonMonO, he's doing it. Kind of big matchup goes up. Oh, these medevacs, they're so low. Barely going to be escaping. We're going for a base trade. Silky collapses on the gold base, gets some of the production. At the same time, though, HonMonO is going straight for the kills, straight for the natural, and the main of Silky. And Silky's racing back home. He's turning back around. Would mines have to be borrowed. Ooh, big connections on the Banelings. We still have a handful of Banelings left over. Ultras are coming in. We force a pick up. HonMonO, can he focus down those mutas? Gets 1. 2 mutas left. Remember, without mutas, no anti-air. Without anti-air, we can get away. He snipes the tech. Gets the Ultra Cavern. Gets the Ultra Cavern, gets 25 more drones. HonMonO gets the hell out of there. He's lifting up his natural, landing it here as the gold. HonMonO, he barely misses that Ultra. misses the Ultra, gets on top of the base. At the same time, I can say the same here for Silky. And the northern base is going to go down. Marauders, they shut down the Ultra as well. Not enough room here in the medevacs. Expensive losses for HonMonO. But he gets a base. You can see how stim this army is, how overstim the army is. But HonMonO, he snipes the hatchery. Do we have any mutas left? 0 mutas. 0 mutas remaining, 0 anti-air. And what you see is what you get when it comes to the Ultras. We snipe one. One Ultra goes down, second Ultra goes down, but here come the Banelings. The Banelings are connecting here with the Marauders. They get trapped. And it looks like Silky, he gets into the mineral line as well. He's cleaning up the army. We have some reinforcements. Big mine shot goes off. And the Banelings are trickling in. But there's just not enough man with gun. There's not enough fire. Barely not enough. Silky, he does it. He breaks the back of HonMonO. GG gets called, and Silky qualifies for the Asia Regionals. GG. GG, well played. Congratulations here. Congratulations to GG, well played. Congratulations here to Silky. Oh my, that was so close towards the end. Initially, it looked like Silky had this in the bag. I mean, to be fair, initially, HonMonO had this in the bag, and then Silky took it. Then HonMonO stripped it away as well. Very scrappy, very back and forth there. Finally, HonMonO was able to get into some drop play. I mean, that was something that I was hoping that we could get into a little bit earlier, and he was doing so much damage with it, crippling the economy of Silky, catching out the mutas, shutting down tech. Unfortunately, HonMonO did not have an economy behind it. The goal base was denied time and time again. He could not sustain his losses, could not sustain his trades, and Silky barely came out on top there. GG, well played. GG, well played. Congratulations here to Silky as he does make it through. Meanwhile, HonMonO is knocked out of the qualifier. He's knocked out of EPT Spring. But that was a good effort. A good effort nonetheless. A very, very good showing. Could have gone either way. Could have gone in favor of HonMonO or Silky. Alas, Silky was a little bit more informed here on the day and does qualify. Congratulations. Oh, God. And with that, we're finally done. We can finally wrap up here for the Asia Regionals. Quickly going over our qualified players. Exclamation mark B in the chat if you guys want to have a look at the back of yourselves. From the top here, we have Haas. We have Haas, SCV, Lemon, XY, Maxed, Misaki, Jim, and Silky all making it through. That is going to be how many? 3, 4, 5. That's going to be 5 Protoss, 2 Zergs, and 1 Terran making it into the Asia Regionals. Now, to be fair, if you notice some players from the region that weren't a part of this qualifier, that is because they were invited instead. 8 players were invited into the main event. 8 players from the qualifier joined them. The invited players were Mia Micah, Coffee, Oliveira, Cyan, Firefly, Jeshi, Nanami, and Nice. So in total, the Asia region is going to be comprised of 10 Protoss, is going to be comprised of 3 Terran and 2 Zerg players. There you go. Oh, sorry, and 3 Zerg. So 3 Terran, 3 Zerg, 10 Protoss is going to be the Asia region. I do look forward to it, as the regionals are going to be taking place not too long from now. I think like in a week or something, in a week or 2. So be sure to tune in and be sure to support. Be sure to support those regionals. Otherwise, thank you. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for the support. I'm going to be going on a short break. 40 minutes. I have 40 minutes to myself to just brew some tea. Just wake up, get ready, set up all the overlays, set up the scenes for the European regionals, which is starting up in 40 minutes. So, again, if you're curious, if you are Good. I'm still sick. I'm still recovering. But if you're unsatiated, if you want some more StarCraft, if you want some more SC2 action, then in 40 minutes, the stream is going to be live once again. Not just that. Not just that, but afterwards, in a couple of hours, we're going to be live with the America's Qualifier as well. We're going to be live with the America's Qualifier, so it's going to be a night full of StarCraft, but don't worry, I got some Dare Iced Coffee. I got some iced coffee, which is keeping me fueled, keeping me awake, keeping me somewhat sane. Somewhat. It's going to be a long night here. It's going to be a long night of StarCraft. So thank you so much for watching. Thanks so much for the support. We're going to be giving another StarCraft streamer a raid. Not too sure who, but we'll find someone to raid. Papi, este Aristry, Shema, Papi Shema. Big shout out to Aristry in the chat. But I do apologize. Aristry, because we just finished casting and the stream is going offline for the European Qualifier, which Aristry will be a part of. He will be a part of it, and we'll be casting it on the channel. I'm still undecided what I want to cast. I did notice a couple of good ZvTs and ZvPs. That's most likely what we're going to be jumping into. So, yeah, we'll be figuring out what we're casting later on. Stick around, we're going to be giving another StarCraft streamer a raid. So again, thank you so much for the raid, Aristry. Gracias. Shema. And who is streaming right now? Who can we raid? Let's just double check. Showtime is streaming. Reaper is playing Zero Space. Nice is laddering. We could raid Nice. Nice is invited into the main event. Who else? Holden is streaming. Let's go. We could raid Holden. I'm leaning towards either Holden or Nice. Regardless, if you want to, support some other channels out there, feel free to have a look at the StarCraft directory on Twitch. Plenty of streamers are out there bringing you as much content as they can. Holden just went offline. God damn it. Shaking my head. Nice it is. Nice it is. So, yeah, with that, we're going to be heading off here for now. We're going to be back in 40 minutes. Until then, stay safe, everyone. Take care. Thank you so much for the support. And we'll be back shortly with some more StarCraft. Until then, hasta luego. If you can follow us on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and Discord. You can follow us on all things CranKy Ducklings. And we'll be back soon. Until then, hasta luego. Ciao, papi, ciao. Hasta luego.